Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel for another update on Bitcoin and Solana Daily. It's currently Friday the 16th of February. You know what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the news for both Bitcoin and Solana and then update their charts. So starting off with the news for Solana, we've recently been talking about the NFT epidemic where tons of compressed scam NFTs have been airdropped to multiple different people across the Solana ecosystem. Now a solution to this has been pioneered by Slog of the Slugs. We've been detailing this a little bit on the channel. This is the person who created the Sol Incinerator, in which you can burn compressed NFTs, burn unused Solana wallets, and reclaim gas fees for that. Now, the Sol Incinerator team have been working on an open source spam filter to deal with these scam NFTs. And as of last night, it is now live. This API is known as Filtor, and it's once again for fighting spam on Solana. So far, 3 million compressed NFTs have been classified as spam with this filter. I'll keep you up to date as more of this develops. I may even try it with one of my wallets. I'm a little bit hesitant to use it on a main wallet in case it accidentally flags a legitimate NFT. So I'll try this out and I'll let you know if it's useful. Now there's a new Solana NFT project dropping on Magic Eden known as Mecha Chaotic Beast. I haven't been sponsored by them, I haven't spoken to them. The only reason I'm putting this on your radar is because it's got a very, very low mint fee, about $7.50 at this current price. The art is pretty cool. Their Twitter has over 12.6 thousand followers. I'll personally be trying to mint this. What I've kind of noticed recently is on Solana, if it's got good art and it's a mint beneath 0.1, especially if it's free, they normally always do well. Wrapping up on the Solana news. Now, in terms of the number of new addresses on the monthly time frame, last month in January, we saw a record all-time high of new addresses on Solana, which is absolutely amazing. And we're only halfway through the month of February, and we're absolutely zooming to the upside. It's looking like this could continue on a linear trend to just keep on blasting new users into the Solana ecosystem. It's no surprise to see that there's new users in the Solana ecosystem. Even some of my normie friends, which aren't really interested in crypto, have started to talk to me about crypto recently. I've talked to a few of them about Solana, and I've told them, hey, don't invest any money. Put in $10 into a Solana account, claim some free NFTs, and they get really interested by that. And then they go and actually invest more of their money. So I think there's a lot of new people like this coming into the space. Number of new addresses on the Solana network daily, 7-day moving average last week hit a new all-time high. So this is a good sign to see. For this upcoming month, we may see a new influx of new Solana users. Also, look at the Solana value moved on chain on the monthly time frame. This bear market in terms of value being moved on the Solana chain was absolutely brutal, but look at it in this month of February. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely crazy. If this doesn't tell you we're back, I don't know what will. Moving on to the Bitcoin news. Now, Bitcoin hits a new all-time high against the Japanese yen. It also hits a new all-time high against the Argentinian peso, Nigeria, and the Turkish lira. Additionally, MicroStrategy may soon enter the S&P 500. What does this mean for Bitcoin? Well, what do you think it means for Bitcoin? What do you think Michael Saylor's going to do if he gets propped into the S&P 500 and S&P 500 people start, looking at the index and then buying that company specifically, and then Michael Saylor's got more capital to buy more Bitcoin? I think it's a pretty simple explanation there. Now, in terms of where MicroStrategy is, it's currently the 535th largest stock in the US equity market. So it really doesn't have too much further to go to the upside, and pushing up to about 500th place on the S&P 500, it doesn't have to increase by market cap too much. There's a lot of people ahead of it which are ahead by 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, etc. So I think especially Bitcoin keeps on going up, MicroStrategy is going to enter the S&P 500 very soon. In terms of the ETF front, looking at the Bitcoin cumulative flows, yesterday we saw another amazing day with 477.4 million entering the 9-spot ETFs. Yesterday, not a very good day in terms of GBTC, about 174 million outflows, but BlackRock ate those up with 330 million worth of inflows right away. Now, what's been happening for the price in the past 24 hours? It's going to be a quick TA update because my thoughts haven't changed too much from yesterday, but I'll let you know the micro charts. Now, in terms of the macro, what we said yesterday still kind of stands. If we're looking at the higher time frames, I'm still kind of thinking that, 53,500, that is, well, first of all, the 618 was our first macro price target. Our second price target was filling this CME gap right here at 53,500. That was the first level where I said if we kind of come up to this target, then I'm going to be a little bit more risk off, but we can push up to 58. Now, yesterday, we pushed up to as high as 53,220, literally like $200 away from hitting our first price target, and since then we've seen a little bit of a correction to the downside. So once again, on the daily, I would just like to hazard a little bit of caution. Stochastic RSI is kind of in this double top phase right now. Like we discussed, it's already had this kind of massive run up, blow off top expansion phase. If we're looking at the EMA ribbons, the 50 TMA, the Bollinger Bands, like, we're very overextended right now. That doesn't mean that we can't push up to 53.5 and 58,000. It does, however, just mean that we're kind of at a decision time, especially with today, the price moving a little bit to the downside. You can see on the 4-hour time frame, as of the time of recording this, the stochastic RSI has bottomed, so you would really hope that Bitcoin stays within this pattern right now. Now, there's a few different ways you can draw this out, depending on whether we're in a bull or bear scenario. So I just want to make you aware of both. Once again, I'm not trading this region at this moment in time. I made that very clear yesterday. This is kind of the region where, if we push up further, we hit some of my price targets, good. I'm going to be waiting for that next correction back down to the downside to enter that next long position. Remember the previous one, 50 TMA strategy gave you a long at 44,000. Up here, this is a no trade zone for me, but regardless, 4-hour time frame, you can see we are still being supported by the EMA ribbons, TMA, Bollinger Bands, everything. Like, we're quite healthy on the 4-hour, nothing too worrying at this moment in time. You can see that technically we are in a bull flag at this moment in time on the 4-hour, and if we do manage to get a break up, it could go as high as 57,000, just shy of the 786 at 58,000. So just wanted to put that on your radar on the 4-hour time frame. You would really want to hold above this previous local low on the 4-hour at 51,300, because if you don't, if we come over to the 1-hour time frame and this bull flag starts breaking to the downside, well, this could be something else. This could be a BART pattern taking us all the way down to 48,000 before we're ready for that next move to the upside. So I just wanted to point out both scenarios, put them both on your radar. Like I said, in my opinion, the most probable outcome will be filling at least the CME gap at 53.5 before anything else happens. So on the 4-hour, stock is reset. We're still looking kind of healthy on the 4-hour. It's still kind of telling me, hey, there is the possibility that we could push up a little bit further. Once again, I do just want to hazard a little bit of caution. As soon as we kind of get around this 53.5 to 58,000, I would just be a little bit more risk off. So that's just my opinion. Moving on to Solana. Solana's topping out a little bit ahead of Bitcoin. Today it's down about 4%. It was down about 5% just before I started recording this video. So to me, this looks like the 5-wave topped out a little bit earlier than originally anticipated. And this could be the top of the 3-wave count. So you've still got the wave 1, you've got the wave 2, you've got the wave 3. I would definitely say this is probably already the bottom of the A wave. Otherwise, this correction would be super brutal, and I don't think it's going to be that bad. So I'd be looking at having a little bit of a bounce. Like, the 4 hours reset for Bitcoin. The 4-hour is probably reset for Solana as well if we load up the stochastic RSI. So really, over the next 12 hours, I would be expecting a rally back up to the upside, and at which point you should have confirmation. Is Bitcoin going to break to the upside of the bull flag? If it does, and it just starts mooning to the upside, well, we'll see if Solana follows or not. But I just want to put this on your radar that there is a possibility that we could have already topped out, unless the initial wave count is a little bit wrong. So if we remove this, this was a kind of weak 1 wave back here. Something even crazier could be something like this. So, either way, what I'm saying is this. Over the next 12 hours, I think because everything's a little bit oversold right now, we're probably going to pump to the upside. If Bitcoin manages to get above 52,900 and we manage to have a bullish break above this bull flag, we're going to go up to our price targets of 53.5 and 58. If that does happen, then Solana, this is probably going to be the 5th wave, and this is probably going to be a very beautiful rally to the upside. But, like I said, the targets that I've highlighted, you don't want to break 51.4, you do want to break 52.9. That is really all I have to say right now. That's the developments in the lower time frames. I still think we've got a little bit more of a rally to move to the upside, and due to the fact that this was a, quite overshot of a correction. I think this may be the new wave count that we should keep our eyes on. The fifth wave, in my opinion, is probably coming very, very soon. It's been your boy Cowboy Trades. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash like, comment, share the videos with your friends. I'll see you soon. I'm out. Peace.